Every human on the planet goes through two types of experiences, good and bad. Some people focus only on the good, while others dwell on the bad. However, there's a wise saying that where there is darkness, light follows. This means no matter how much darkness or suffering you experience, light and happiness will come after it. In other words, every difficult situation can be turned into an opportunity for growth and positive change. Here's a heart-touching motivational story that will teach you to find beauty in cracks. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a poor but honest potter. He was known for making exquisite clay pots, each one a testament to his skill and dedication. His pots were renowned throughout the land for their quality and design. One day, he was commissioned by the king to make a large vase to be placed in the royal palace. The potter worked tirelessly, pouring all his skill and heart into the project. Finally, the vase was complete. It was not just a vessel, but a masterpiece, a symbol of the potter's talent and the king's favor. On the day of delivery, the king was indeed pleased with the vase. However, as the potter was carrying it to the royal carriage, suddenly his hand slipped and the vase fell to the ground, crashing into pieces. The potter's heart sank. He had failed. The king, furious at the loss of such a prized possession, ordered his guards to seize the potter, blaming him for his carelessness. The potter, filled with remorse, could only apologize. He knew he had let down the king and himself. As punishment, the king ordered that the potter should leave the kingdom, never to return. Broken-hearted and ashamed, the potter left his home, carrying with him the shards of the vase and his shattered dreams. Days turned into weeks, and the memory of his failure began to fade, yet he couldn't shake off the feeling of despair. He wandered from town to town, trying to make a living by selling his broken vase. But people just laughed at him. They called him the broken vase man, mocking his misfortune. One day, he came across a jeweler who was known for his exquisite craftsmanship. The potter, desperate for help, approached the jeweler and asked if he could repair the vase. The jeweler examined the pieces and, seeing the intricate design and the high-quality clay, an idea struck him. Instead of mending the vase as it was, he proposed an even grander plan. He would fill the cracks of the vase with pure gold, turning the flaws into a masterpiece. The potter, though skeptical, agreed to the plan, and so the jeweler began his work. With a steady hand, he carefully filled the cracks of the vase with molten gold, smoothing out the edges until they were indistinguishable from the rest of the vase. When he was done, he presented the vase to the potter, now more beautiful than before, the gold highlighting the vase's unique design. The potter couldn't believe his eyes. He saw not a vase that was broken, but a vase that was beautifully repaired and enhanced. Touched by the jeweler's kindness and skill, the potter asked him how he could ever repay him. The jeweler, with a twinkle in his eye, replied, "Go back to the king and tell him that you have brought him back the vase not as a broken piece, but as a unique treasure." The potter, surprised by this unexpected twist, thanked the jeweler and set out on his journey back to the kingdom. When he presented the vase to the king was astonished. He had expected to see a broken vase, but instead he was looking at a masterpiece. The king, impressed by the uniqueness of the vase and realizing his mistake in punishing the potter, immediately apologized. He offered the potter a noble title and promised him riches beyond his wildest dreams. And so, the potter who had once been disgraced was now a hero. His story spread throughout the land, and people marveled at how he had turned his failure into success. The potter realized that his mistake had not been his carelessness, but rather his inability to see the possibility of repair and enhancement. The vase, once a symbol of his failure, had become a testament to his resilience and the power of looking beyond the obvious. This story teaches us that things aren't always what they seem. A broken vase can be more than just an object of failure. It can be a canvas for creativity, a testament to resilience, and a symbol of hidden strength. Sometimes our greatest weaknesses can be turned into our greatest strengths. Like the vase, we may feel broken and unworthy, but we have the power to rewrite our narrative. Our scars and struggles can become our most defining features, setting us apart and making us stronger. Here are some ways we can apply these lessons to our lives. Firstly, reframe your mistakes. Just like the potter, we sometimes need to look beyond our immediate failures. Mistakes are not the end of the world. They're stepping stones to growth. For example, the famous scientist Thomas Edison didn't see his invention of the light bulb as a failure. Even after 10,000 attempts, he saw it as a learning experience, getting closer to success with each try. We can learn from this by reframing our mistakes as feedback, valuable information that helps us improve. Instead of thinking, "I failed," think, "I learned." Every failure brings you one step closer to success. Secondly, don't settle for what appears to be impossible. The king was ready to discard the vase, thinking it was beyond repair. Similarly, we might give up on ourselves when facing challenges. But like the jeweler, there might be someone or something that sees our potential even when we don't. This could be a friend who believes in you when you're feeling down, or a mentor who helps you see your value. Don't ignore these helping hands. Embrace them and let them guide you towards your own golden highlight. Lastly, remember that true beauty lies in embracing what makes us unique. The vase wasn't whole, but its cracks, when filled with gold, became its most attractive feature. Similarly, we should celebrate what makes us unique, our quirks, our scars, our stories. These are what make us who we are. Embracing these things, including our perceived flaws, is what makes us truly beautiful. This doesn't mean being proud of our mistakes, but it does mean acknowledging them, learning from them, and moving forward with grace. There are many other ways we can apply these lessons, but the most important takeaway is this: never lose hope. No matter how broken or discarded you feel, there is always the potential for repair, enhancement, and even beauty. Like the vase, we all have the ability to turn our cracks into gold, our flaws into strengths, and our struggles into stepping stones. It's all about perspective. So next time you face a challenge, remember the story of the vase. Be the potter, the jeweler, or both. Find the beauty in the cracks, because that's where your true strength lies. We hope this story has inspired you to embrace your imperfections and strive to be the best version of yourself. Remember, you are not defined by your mistakes or your struggles. You are defined by how you choose to respond to them. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, stay tuned. We'll continue to share motivational and inspiring stories to help you on your journey to success. Until next time, keep striving for greatness. And remember, within every challenge lies an opportunity for growth and positive change.